Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Gap Perspective with Haley and Janet. Today, I believe we're going to swing the pendulum. We have discovered an issue Haley has discovered in Forbes magazine about Gen Zers coming out of the COVID age. I don't know what else to call it, Haley. Um, and it's about social commerce market and Gen Zers, how they have changed and swung the pendulum in another direction. But I am not the Gen Zer here, obviously. But Haley is, and we're gonna let her take the reins today, and I will chime in. She's gonna speak on behalf of the Gen Zers. Haley, what do you have to say and explain to the audience what you think this is about in this article that you are about to read?
So, with today's topic about the Gen Z shopping experience, we're now noticing that um, Gen Z is starting to in real life experiences and starting to get out of that digital lifestyle, which, in my opinion, I feel like during the pandemic as a Gen Zer, I did do a lot of online shopping since there was many retail stores closed. That's where I was getting all my necessities through Amazon or doing Shein orders for clothing. And TikTok, of course, was a big social platform during the pandemic and still is now. But now they're also turning the social media life videos into plans with friends to vibe at a mall and then turning that visit into a TikTok video. So even though Gen Z is still in the social media lifestyle, I feel like it's a good thing that now we are getting out there and recording real life experiences than setting up a ring light and recording in our bedroom or home,
Right.
if you agree.
Well, it doesn't matter to me. I've been going to the mall. I love going to the mall. I don't like shopping online sometimes because number one, I can't feel the material and I can't try it on. So when you order it online, you have to get it, hope it fits, hope it's something that you like, and then you have to return it if it doesn't fit. Um, how do you feel? Do you go to the mall? I know you and I have been to the mall quite a few times because both of us love to shop. I think it's a family addiction. Um, do you think that it's better for you to try the clothes on? I know, like when you order from Shein or Temu, I feel that, of course, it's less expensive, but you're not getting quality. Like I ordered an outfit and I thought it was going to be really nice. Like I don't think you call them culottes. What do you call them? They're wide, like capris with a
Oh,
nice
yes.
top. And when I got it, it was this shiny, thin, not so good material. So I used that for pajamas. But I don't know. It was advertised as an outside commodity, but that's not what it was. I see also too that the article says, and I don't know if you're familiar with these stores, apparel stores like Ted and Uniqlo. I know that Uniqlo is, am I saying it correctly? Are you familiar with that? Uniqlo? I've seen that in the
Yes, yes.
in some of the UK's largest shopping districts have been packed lately with teens and young adults who want to socialize. I can't talk today. Please forgive me. Um, and it's become a social way of life, just like you said. It's going back to maybe when the malls first started and the teenagers were hanging around in the mall, or is it a shopping thing? I
I,
know you're too old to go hang around in the mall. That's like
right.
for the 15-year-olds, not the
Ex
20
yeah.
somethings, right? And they have been tracking, it says that researchers have been tracking many of which are said to be expressions of historical nostalgia. I never knew that they would refer to shopping outside as historical nostalgia. How do you explain that to a baby boomer?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you think? What do you think?
Because I think that just digital life took over for a couple of years, and now the Gen Zers that are around my age, I think, are the ones that are probably maybe defining it as historical nostalgia. Uh, I think around my age, when you're in your mid to late 20s, is when you also just like the quality time with people as well, when you're going to the mall and socializing with people and stuff like that. Because even with us, when we go out shopping, like that's something that I like. I feel if I'm having a bad day and we do something like that, it takes your mind off of everything because you're going around to different stores, you're conversating about different things, and it's kind of gives you that sense of retail therapy as well.
Retail therapy, that's what it's called. Yes. It also mentions um that a lot of the older things are coming back, like the retro Y2K styles and memes. They're very hot at the moment. Non-digital cameras that require film are trending again, along with
Yes.
vinyl records, board games, books, and mechanical wristwatches. Do you wear a watch, Haley?
I sometimes do, but not always.
So what do you look at for the time? Your phone?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm addicted to watches. I like watches. And now that they have become that you can see how many miles or steps you walked, then I'm more addicted.
Yes.
I'm more addicted. So, yeah, I like watches. So it seems like they're coming back in style. And it also says that they're rewriting the rules, Gen Z, about how fashion evolves. Younger generations tend to be experimental rather than brand loyal, according to a recent Boston Consulting Group report. Their discovery to purchase journeys are predominantly trend and product driven rather than brand driven. So, do you think that is, in other words, because of they're not like so much into labels, expensive labels?
Yes, and I was just about to agree with that. Like whatever um like product is trending, even if it's makeup, like cosmetics or things
Mhm.
like that. Sometimes I feel Gen Z, they don't go for that brand. Like they'll kind of go and find like the dupe now because of how expensive it may be for that brand product. Like Estee Lauder could be selling the same product that Elf also has, and that consumer will buy the Elf product than the expensive product.
Okay, I get that, but if it's not something that you like or that is good on your skin, maybe the color or the thickness, would you still go and buy that instead of the other one that was more expensive?
So I think it just depends on how it works, like on you, on your skin. If the inexpensive version of it doesn't work for you, then I probably would go for the um name brand product, but I feel that discovery is like 50-50 with Gen Zers on the brand driven aspect.
hmm it says that it's becoming more of an expression of individuality, less about being part of a tribe, like millennials, it says. So now they're going to pit you against the millennials. Uh, and less predictable. So it seems like I'm saying you, I'm referring to Gen Zers, not
Right.
necessarily you yourself. Um, it seems like they wear gym wear, but maybe with something stylish, or they'll wear old. Remember, like when I used to play tennis, I would wear the Puma sneakers, and now they're all back in style, the
They
flatter
are.
sneaker. Where a few years
Yes.
ago, it was the heavy sneaker, the Hoka. I mean, it's what the older people wear. But I like the flat ones too. Depends what you're doing, if you're walking or you're playing pickleball or anything like that. And hoodies are very, very important to the Gen Zers. Am I correct? Hoodies.
Yes.
Yes. Do you think it's just with the males or is it with the females also?
I think it's with both because I wear a lot of hoodies as well.
Hmm. It says too that Generation Z and Alpha are on track to make up 40% of fashion spending by 2035. Well, you know what? That makes sense. Because when you're younger, you care more about that.
Right.
So you would purchase more material, clothes, um, fashion. You want to be up to date on fashion. I'd say probably your generation would be 90%, right? That are concerned about fashion.
Yes.
So I don't know how you would stay the highest consumer purchasers because once you pass that 30, it'll go to that generation before you and they'll be spending 40%. Because our priorities change also. I mean, unless you're in the fashion industry, you know.
Yes.
And then it says, as a recent Boston Consulting Group report warns, fashion industry players that adhere to the status quo will find themselves left behind because today's youngest consumers aren't taking their cues from brand legacy. Something wrong with me today. Sorry if you was. I'm just saying, well, I had anesthesia last week, so I think it's still in my brain. So please forgive me. Um, I think they're not as brand driven. Maybe it's because they don't have money.
Yeah, that
You're
could
not going
be
to
a
go out and buy a
factor.
pocketbook for $1,000, are you?
No.
When you can't even get an apartment or they can't
Right.
even leave their houses. It's hard enough, I think, for Gen Zers to save, right? So,
Yes.
I don't know. Is fashion a priority? You can still dress nice, right? At a cheaper price.
Yes.
Do you think it's better, Haley, to have one good piece instead of five less expensive pieces?
Hmm.
Be
You're
honest.
I think that when it comes to your wardrobe, that you should have one nice like casual piece, but what also makes like a shopping experience less expensive is also having, I think, neutral colors in your wardrobe, like having the whites, the nude, black, gray, colors that could go with everything.
I agree. Because I bought like a blouse, for instance, or even a pair of pants that have a pattern. And to me, you see that coming and going because I'll remember if somebody has on, most women do this. We'll remember if somebody has on um, a wild color blouse, multicolors, than if they had on a white blouse. They're like, oh, she
Yes.
wore that last week. She got it on again, you know? Because women, of course, are always paying attention to that. Do you think that the Gen Zers think before they purchase?
No.
No.
I think there's a percentage that it's also impulsive decision making.
Well, I don't know. That could just come with age.
That could be it too.
Although sometimes I'm impulsive now, and I'm a boomer. All of a sudden I'll see something. I'm like, oh, I think I should buy that couch. My couch is 5 years old, you know? And then once you get it in your head, this is how I am, have always been. Once I get it in my head, I have to find it. Are you like that?
Yes, I think I am a very impulsive shopper. Like if something's trending or looks very pretty or smells nice, like a perfume, or I have to get it. Um, and then no matter how much it is, then I'm like, okay, yes, I want it, and that's how I am.
Me too. If I get it, like I said, if I get it in my head, I had this piece of furniture here, that I wanted, and it's crazy because it's a piece of furniture and it holds garbage. But I had the garbage can on the floor. The garbage thing that you put the trash bin.
Yeah.
And I hated seeing that. And it's a little small place. So I said, oh, I can't take that. My friend, I go, what is that piece of furniture you have? She goes, oh, my garbage is in there. It pulls out and your garbage pail is in there. Well, you know that I was on a hunt. For 3 days, I'm looking at all of them on Amazon. I'm looking at Home Depot. I'm looking at Lowe's. I'm looking everywhere. I went out looking around. Blah, blah, blah. I had to have this. Nonetheless, I did get it, and it's very pretty. So my husband's like, to hold garbage? Are you kidding? But I said, you don't see it, and you could use it as a piece. And he wanted to kill me because there were thousands of pieces. He had to put it together. He
Oh
goes,
my
don't ever do
gosh.
that again. I go, I won't. I'll just go buy one. That's twice the money. So. But I'm happy with it. But I am. I'm like that too. I don't know if you call it impulsive. I think, well, maybe, I don't know. You're a spoiled brat. And according
Ah,
to my family, I was a spoiled brat, although we didn't really have anything, but whenever I wanted it, I got it. So I don't know. Well, it's just our personality. Clothes were always my friend, right?
yeah. I think the same way.
And shopping is always my friend too. Makes you feel
Yes.
good. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that could just be both of our personalities. We both relate to those things.
Mm-hmm. Because your mother's not like that.
No.
She'll go get some. She's like my other friend. They got some in their mind. They just go buy it and they go home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not us. I'll go look at 100 of those things and they go, I don't know which one I should get.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's true that Gen Zers are that way because I think some baby boomers are that way too, even at this age. Like I love going to the mall. I love shopping online too, but I like going to the mall and I like the feel of it, the vibe in there. Walking around.
Yes.
Sometimes you just look around, you go to lunch. My son's ex-fiance, she used to go, you want to go to the mall? And she used to just go and try things on. See, to me, I'm not trying them on if I'm not buying them.
Yeah.
There's a difference between me and her. She goes, no, I just like to try them on. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't do that, right?
No, I would only try like the stuff on if I am like still debating should I buy it or not get it. So I'll try it on and then okay, I like it on me, I'll buy it.
Do you have to love it?
Yes.
Yeah, me
If
too.
I'm iffy about it, like when I have the piece on me, if I'm not like 100% like, ooh, I really like it, I won't buy it.
Well, you know what I think, and this is going to be a difference between Gen Z and boomers because you will be a boomer. I don't know what they'll call you then. I guess they just call you Gen Z, right? Even when you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think by then, the difference is, I mean, unless you have some fabulous body, if you're able to stay in that shape, um, is trying on clothes that don't look like they did 20 years ago. It's very disappointing. It's very heartbreaking. You're like, oh my God, I can't wear that. Not that the woman wants to dress like a 20-year-old. It's not even that. It's just the way the clothes fit.
Yeah.
And what did I remember we spoke about jeans?
Yes.
What did I say to you about jeans? You remember? At the pocket
Ah,
in the back? All right, I'll say it again.
no.
So if you ever notice with older women, please don't take offense, older women, but it's true. Now I want you all to look when you see this. When you wear jeans, the butt, on the butt,
Now I remember.
yes. And then you
Yeah.
were looking, remember? And it's true. They have to make the back pocket with shorter pockets because the butt, the pocket always lays underneath the butt because the butt sagged and now, right? And I see that and I'm like, why don't they make shorter pockets? All you jean makers out there, after a certain size, shorter pockets because the butt is drooping and that makes it look worse. Don't you agree? Now that I have never
Yes.
had you looking at it. Excuse me.
Yes, after we had that conversation, I'm like, oh, now when I have like skinny jeans on or whatever, like I'm gonna look at the back pockets.
Yeah, but your butt's up in the air.
But my,
What are you looking
yeah,
at? You don't have to look. It's us. The butt sags a little bit, and so the pocket goes underneath the butt. It looks, I
oh
don't
my
like it very much.
gosh, no.
I don't like
No.
it. So if you have a smaller pocket, it makes your butt look up a little bit, you know?
Yes. So I agree with the
So-
smaller pockets.
Right. So maybe we should invent those jeans, right?
Yeah.
So I just want you, that's what you have to look forward to. So keep your butt up and then you won't have a problem.
Oh.
Uh, uh, gotta have fun, right? Gotta make fun of life sometimes. You have to be
Yes.
here and that's it. That's my perspective. I mean, you'll think like that someday. Yep. What else you got, Haley? What
I
else you
think
got going on in Gen Z world? Are Gen Zers getting married?
uh
That sounds
I
like a
feel
no.
like 50-50 maybe with that.
And what do you think the age? I think you're getting married later in life. Well, that happened with us too, though.
I feel like late 20s, 30s instead of being 18, 20, 21. That's
Yeah.
not happening now.
No, thank God.
Yeah.
Tell you when I was getting out of high school, half the class was getting married. I was like, what? Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
did.
see,
Some
that
of them are
didn't
still married.
happen with me either. Even with graduating high school, there wasn't like a couple that was getting like married after graduation. Like there was
Mm.
nothing like that.
Well, years ago, they wanted you to get married young, you know? Don't ask me why. Because the women really weren't interested in a career or anything. That was, what they did. Got married. The
Ye
goal was to have kids. Nothing wrong with that. You know,
right.
it's what you want, what you want to do with your life. But I think at that age, you don't know what you want to do. How are you going to make that decision, a commitment, you know?
Yeah.
Marry somebody when you don't even know what the world is about or relationships. What? Yeah.
And you change so much from like 18 to 25 because even with my own personal growth, when I like look back on pictures or videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, like completely different person, like version of yourself as well.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. But Haley, we have some good news too. We have two good news for our viewers. Haley has her new book coming out. Haley, can you tell them a little bit about that? Then I'll talk about mine. Go ahead.
Yes, of course. So, on June 1st, I will be releasing the second book that I have written titled Apollo's Adventure into the Mystical Garden. This still ties along with like children's mental health with little bits and pieces of anxiety, but now it's going more into like self-confidence, bravery, self-esteem with readers aiming for ages 6 to 12. It will be available on Amazon and Barnes& and Noble. For all of our listeners, if you would like to follow Apollo's accounts, it's Apollo the Schnoodle on Instagram and TikTok, where you could see all of the videos and sneak peeks that I'm posting of the book. Now, Janet, you could also talk about yours as well.
Well, um, my book is in the process of review. It's called Shoulders to the Wind. It's a novel, and I've been writing it for a few years. I will tell you more about it in the next show. This one we can concentrate on Haley's. Um, it's her second book. I wish you all the luck, Haley. You did a great job. And
Thank you.
we'll talk about mine. I don't have the website yet, so I can't give you really much information, but it's called Shoulders to the Wind, which means keep going. Keep going in your life. Just keep going. No matter what happens, you got to keep going. And that's
Yeah.
about it. That's all we have today, folks.
Yes, and I just want to end by saying that I'm also very proud of you and all the work that you're still accomplishing at this age. You're truly an inspiration to me, and I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love you too, and I'm so happy that you keep going forward. That's what I want you to do. Keep going. Keep going. You got a
Thank you.
lot through your anxiety and everything, you worked through it. You took a negative thing and you made it a positive thing. And that's what you have to tell these Gen Zers, not to give up. That's what
Yes,
you did. I can remember you growing up. I can remember all your anxiety. I can remember all that. And I'm so proud of you also, Haley. And it's a
thank
good way
you.
to let these kids know you can do it. I love you too, Hale.
Thank you. Thank you to our listeners to listening to our episode of Gap Perspective with Haley and Janet. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye bye.